season, and I'll be on the call with you all season long. I would like to send my heartfelt thanks to our producer back in studio, Ms. Kendra Holt, for covering our switchboard again and being here for all of us. Kendra, I am once again happy to have you back. Without our producers back in studio, the show simply can't go on. Now, moving on, we are 92.3 WFKN, your home for today's best country music and Will Cody in the morning. Bringing you all the local news from Franklin and Simpson County. Feel free to also join us on our 923 WFKN app or head over to 923WFKN.com if you want to listen from one of your devices. Now, we are coming to you at home for the first time this season, and I thank each of you for joining us here for a matchup on the hardwood between your Franklin Simpson Wildcats and the Warren East Raiders. Your Wildcats have an opening record of 2-1 on the season coming into tonight following two huge wins in a 57-53 home opener here against the Allen County Scottsville Patriots. Then they followed that up this past Tuesday with a massive victory at the home of the Bowling Green Purples to unseat the defending regional champs, who were also the state runner-up in last year's state tournament with a 63-54 win in a game that never even really felt that close. So Wildcats were seemingly in control the entirety of that game after they got off to just a hair of a slow start. But once they got rolling, there was no looking back from that point forward. The Wildcats then traveled all the way out to Monroe County on Friday night and took their first loss of the season in a 59-48 loss against the Falcons. Now, tonight, the Warren East Raiders, on the other hand, are 0-2 on the start of this short season and have a 108-58 blowout loss to Russell County and a 78-57 loss to Russellville, both of which came at their own home. This is the first away game for them this season. The Wildcats have certainly had some highlights this season, but it begins and ends with the leadership of your two seniors, Ja'Kai Partinger and Cole Scher. Fellow upperclassmen and two juniors, Brody McAllister and Jameer Brooks, are also putting up huge contributions on this short season. We're going to take a quick 2-minute break, and we'll be right back after the national anthem. You're listening to 923 WFKN. Not at all. Yeah, totally fine. Whatever makes it easiest. Welcome back in, everybody, to 92.3 WFKN, your home for Franklin Simpson High School's Wildcat basketball. I'm joining you tonight at home for the first time this season the home of the Wildcats. Here on the hardwood, your Wildcats are getting set to take on the Warren East Raiders. Your Wildcats are coming into this one 2-1 on the season, and the visiting Wildcats are taking their first the visiting Raiders are taking their first road trip of the season, and they are 0-2 on the short season. Before we quickly went to break for the national anthem, which was phenomenal work there by the sophomore singer. Pardon me for not remembering her name, but she was really belting it out there. She was absolutely great. We were talking about how this team is looking. The Wildcats have certainly had some highlights this season, but it begins and ends with the leadership of your two seniors, Ja'Kai Partinger and Cole Scherer. Fellow upperclassmen and two juniors, Brody McAllister and Jameer Brooks, are also making huge contributions on this year's short year. But we're getting what we expected from Partinger and Scherer. But I'm most impressed by what McAllister and Brooks thus far throughout the season. Both players are contributing it in totally different ways as well. McAllister mixes it up in the lane with rebounding and seeking out more easy shots, and Brooks has done it a lot more ball handling than what we've seen him do in the previous seasons, and he has more trips to the free throw line than anyone else on the team due to spending more time with the basketball. I am personally sort of known as what is a box score Betty, meaning that I like stats and numbers and things like that because I think that you can tell a lot about a team just based on the numbers. For the Wildcats, we have 4 different players averaging double figures, and Partinger leading the way over 16 a game. Scherer right there at 16 a game with him. McAllister at 11 per game, and Brooks over 10 per game. Partinger and Scherer are shooting the ball at a decently high clip as well, both averaging right around 43% on 2- and 3-point field goals through 3 games. And McAllister shooting at a phenomenal 60%. The vision is pretty clear for this team, I think, and that is to get to the basket and do it frequently. We don't settle for jump shots unless they're wide open and need to push the physicality and pace of play. If this team can knock down open jumpers, because I fully anticipate them to face zone defenses for much of this season to try and keep our length out of the lane and our athleticism, then we will be a difficult out for anyone on this entire year. Now, for the rest of the team, it's all about maximizing our opportunities. When called upon, we must be ready to play defense, most importantly, and put in shots around the rim. Now, moving on from your Wildcats, looking inside the locker room of the Warren East Raiders, they have a sophomore leading the way for them in scoring and rebounding in Mayan Reynolds at 12.5 points per game and 8.5 rebounds per game. Another sophomore, Cooper Doyle, and junior Vance Robinson each carry 11.5 points per game into their 3rd match of the season as well. A team made up almost of entirely sophomores. They've only got 1 junior and 1 senior as well that have had playing time on this young and experienced Warren East squad that is going to go through some growing pains here tonight, I would imagine, against a very experienced and talented Wildcat team. Now, with all that being said, the Wildcats are coming into this one, and I would imagine their 2nd home game of the year, the first one being a very tight win, coming off of a loss, their first loss of the year, after what I would consider to be emotional win at Bowling Green. These boys have certainly got to be looking forward to getting back in the winning column. They were ranked preseason 9th on the year, and I think that they have already proven themselves that they're going to be better than that. I think that these guys have got it together mentally as well as physically. We've got some real bruisers down low. We've got Kason Hemshoot off the football team, and over here on the hardwood, he can shoot an open jumper. Brody McAllister was your Franklin Pelican Snowball Player of the Game at Bowling Green Purples with a double-double, 11 points, 11 rebounds. Thank you, Pelican Snowball. But the first quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by Clark CPA and Advisory Group. Former Franklin Simpson Wildcat Tanner Clark and his team bring you the best in accounting and tax services, as well as payroll and for the first time coming across your radio waves. This is going to be a fun one. I do expect the Wildcats to come away with a win here tonight. Got a decent student section over there. Most everybody's in their pajamas. I don't understand that. I wouldn't have been caught dead in my pajamas as a teenager, even though my pajamas were just gym shorts and a T-shirt. But, you know, to each their own. I don't understand kids nowadays. We're getting ready to get started with Warren East. They're going to have some sophomores starting. Cooper Doyle looks like he's probably going to be the point guard. Then number 11, Mayan Reynolds. Number 12, Luke Barron. Number 15 is going to be Xavier Isabel. And then number 3, you know what? I don't have a number 3 on their roster. But they got one that's starting out on the court for them tonight. So here come your Franklin Simpson Wildcats starting lineups. And starting for your Wildcats is going to be Caden Brewer, number 11, the junior. Followed up by the junior kicker, as well as a forward for this team, number 23, Brody McAllister. And then number 0, Jameer Brooks, averaging just over 10 points per game, leading this team in free throws. And here comes senior number 12, Jakai Partinger. And then fellow senior number 24, Cole Scher. Both of these young men have had impressive starts to their senior season. Very excited for them to get things going out here tonight. I do expect them to really get out and push the pace of play with this one. I'm sorry, I'm getting notes here sent to me. I'm told that Warren East lost their best player this summer in a transfer. Maybe he moved. Maybe he moved. That's what we'll call it. But either way, you know, we're excited to see what Warren East could do. I know that they're a tremendously athletic team out on the football field as well as the baseball field. Here comes the opening tip. Partinger jumps it up, tips it back to Brewer. Wildcats get the opening tip. Brooks with it. Brooks is going to drive all the way to the basket, and he's going to send it into Scher. Scher is going to kind of get hit and miss it, and McAllister comes away with it, puts it up and in for the first basket of the game. Yep. Announcer missed that one. That was a basket by McAllister, and Partinger tips it, and he's going to get all the way to the basket. Euro step, lay in, good. Jakai Partinger puts it in over Mayan Reynolds. Warren East going to walk it up this time. Your Wildcats in the all white uniforms with the Wildcats in the script, and that's going to be a foul on Brewer, his first, as Mayan Reynolds was driving to the basket. He's going to go and end up with 2 shots at the free throw line. So your Wildcats, all white uniforms, royal blue, scripted Wildcats across their chest, and royal blue numerals. And Warren East visitors in the all black uniforms. Got blue numerals. And now Reynolds made the first free throw, misses the second one, rebounded by Scher. Now Partinger's going to push the issue, driving up the right side, and he's going to dribble it off of his foot, I believe. He may have just lost it altogether. It's going to go out of bounds, but a quick start here for the Wildcats. You can see them trying to push very quickly here in the opening minute. Pass down into the corner. Tipped away and nearly stolen by the Wildcats. And nearly picked off, and now Brooks got it. He's tipped it. He's going away, and he's going to get all the way to the basket and tricks the layup. Rebounded by Reynolds, and Brooks is going to foul him, trying to back tap it. 4-1 ball game, 6:43. Second foul there on the Wildcats. One on Brewer, one on Brooks. 4-1 Wildcats lead. Pace of play has been frantic thus far. There's Cooper Doyle. Bringing it across, passes it over to 12. Down into the corner, back out to Reynolds. Reynolds going to try to drive, goes behind the back, getting nowhere past Partinger. Tries to throw it down low and tipped away again. This Wildcats defense has been phenomenal to this point. Brooks pushes it ahead to Brewer. Brewer over on the left wing. Looking down low to Scher. Scher's going to turn, and he's going to find the give and go to Brewer. Brewer misses the layup, and it's going to be tapped out of bounds, staying with the Wildcats. Wildcats playing left to right on your radio dials from my perspective down here courtside. Thrown high inside to Partinger. Partinger rebounds it, spins, turns right, misses the short jumper. Warren East going to push it up the right side. They're going to try to push the issue there. And here comes number 3, and he's going to miss the layup. Oh, and Brooks tries to rebound it, but he did not reestablish his position before jumping back in bounds as he started out of bounds on that one. And here comes Vance Robinson into the game for the Raiders. Into the corner to Reynolds. Picked off by Brooks. Brooks is going to have a wide open layup this time, and he slams it home. The lefty slam by Jameer Brooks. Deep 3, way off the mark. Brick. McAllister with the rebound. He's going to pull it back and slow it up. He's going to step out and run the offense over to the left wing to Partinger. Partinger looking down low to Scher. Scher's calling for it. He's got it now. Turns around, and he's going to send it over to the right wing to McAllister. McAllister wide open 3 off the mark. Brewer fighting for the rebound. Reynolds comes away with it for the Raiders. Reynolds going to try to push it up the right side. Tries to split 2 defenders. Can't do it. Stolen by Brewer. Now we're going to slow it up a little bit here with Brooks. Going to run the offense here. Tipped. On the floor. Kind of trying to come away with it, and they're going to call a jump ball possession arrow to the Raiders. Now for the Raiders, here comes number 1, Warner Combs. Sophomore coming in for Reynolds. And Reynolds, the leading scorer by a significant margin for the Raiders, coming out pretty early into this one. Doyle pushes it across, and he's going to run into the chest of Brewer and misses the lay-in. Now here's McAllister with the rebound, getting ridden down the court. He's going to pass it over to the right side to Brooks. Brooks up to the top of the key to Partinger. Partinger's going to try and get into the lane. Follow a jumper off the back iron. Doyle's going to push it, and it's going to, oh, that looked like a pretty clean rip by McAllister coming in behind him, but called for the foul, McAllister's first foul. That's 3 on the Wildcats here in this opening quarter. 6-1 ball game with 4:34 to go here in the first. The Raiders having a heck of a hard time just trying to be able to pass the ball against this Wildcat defense right now. Wildcats have been anticipating nearly every other pass, it feels like, getting their hands into the passing lanes. Cooper Doyle coming over here to the left wing, going to try and push it into the middle, hands it off now to Luke Barron. Barron drives it into the lane. Little runner gets to go, 6-3. McAllister sends it into Partinger. Partinger's going to walk it up the court now. 1-3-1 zone now from the Raiders. Into the corner. Inside to Scher. Scher is going to turn and pop a wide open 3. The 3 is good by Cole Scherrer. Here comes Barron. Picks up his dribble. Poked away by McAllister. McAllister is going to get all the way to the bucket. A nice, easy lay-in there by McAllister. 9-3 and a timeout by the Raiders. 3:48 to go here in the first. We're going to take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back right here on 92.3 WFKN.
My favorite thing about working here is getting to serve the community and help people with their electric and their fiber internet.
We're local, so we live and work right here in Franklin, so taking care of our neighbors isn't just business, it's personal. Fiber means faster, more reliable internet for work, school, and entertainment without lag or buffering.
It's more than power and fiber, it's about peace of mind.
We're not just an electric company, we're neighbors.
Welcome back in, everybody, to 92.3 WFKN. I'm Cody Schuler right here at Franklin Simpson High School's Wildcat basketball. First home game on the hardwood for us, even though the Wildcats won one to start the season against Allen County Scottsville Patriots. Kason Hemshoot into the game now for the Wildcats. 11-3 ball game, 3.5 to play here. Missed three-pointer there by the Raiders, rebounded by Partinger. He's going to bring it up the court. Looks like they're going to stay in man-to-man as they were in 1-3-1 a second ago. Three-pointer from the top of the key. Scherer has got his second three of the game. The assist goes to Partinger. Now Barron takes a runner, left-hander, off the mark. Scherer with the rebound. He's going to push it up the court. Hands it off to McAllister at the top of the key. Sends it over to Brewer on the right wing. Up top to Partinger. Shot fake, gets all the way to the basket. Oh, and he's fouled on the layup. 14-3 Wildcats right now as Partinger's going to head to the line. 3:02 to play here in the first. The action has been, you can call it solid. Partinger's first is good. Now here comes J.C. Roby. Michael Denning into the game for the Wildcats. Roby played some significant minutes with the JV team. Nearly a 20-point win for them over Warren East. Doyle's going to step back three off the left wing, way off the mark. Air ball rebounded by Roby. Roby's going to push it up the middle of the court. Finds Denning. Up top to Partinger. Partinger's dribbling to his left. Gets all the way to the basket. Oh, and it rolls off the front of the rim. Just a little too much English on that one. Now Barron sends one into the left wing, over to Doyle. Back out top to Barron. Barron drills the three from the top of the key. Partinger is going to slow it down and try to work the offense now on this 1-3-1 zone defense. We talked about the opposing teams trying to work against this Wildcat offense running a zone, and Partinger easily throws it into Cole Scherer. Scherer puts it up and in. Another three by Barron, drills it off the right wing this time. That is two deep threes. 2 minutes to play. Back into that 1-3-1 zone. Nope, looks like they have dropped back into a 2-3 zone now. Extended 2-3. 1:45 to play at 18-9. Wildcats are up. Scherer over on the left wing. Looking for some movement. Over to Denning, back to the left wing. Into the corner to Partinger. Shot fake dribble. Pull up is no good. Rebounded by Scherer and poked out of his hands, but called towards the Raiders. Don't know if I agree with that call. Doyle bringing it up the court. Stopped at midcourt by Partinger, playing tough defense. Even though his shots have not been falling, he's been great on the defensive end so far. Back tap is good. Poked away and stolen by Scherer. Scherer's looking for Roby. Roby gets the and one to go. A great pass there by Scherer. Threw it between two defenders through the lane. Scherer has certainly come to play ball here tonight. And here comes Brooks and McAllister back into the game for Scherer and Partinger. Roby now set to take that and one free throw with 1:12 to play here, leading 20-9 in the first quarter. The and one is good. Here comes Doyle. Pushes it up the left side. And official timeout here. A little bit of a timing issue. I guess that clock started just a little bit slow. Going to be brought down a couple seconds. Going to be a side out for the Raiders. Reynolds to inbound. Going to send it back court to Doyle. He's going to be picked up at the top of the key by McAllister. Reynolds has got it, guarded by Brooks, over to the left wing. Barron takes another one off the mark this time. Rebounded by Reynolds. Reynolds gets the putback to go up and in. 21-11, less than a minute to play. Brooks is going to slow it down. Guarded by Barron. and off the foot of Brooks this time. Another turnover there for the Wildcats. Untimely at that. Doyle kind of probing, sends it over the right side. Barron takes another three off the mark this time, rebounded by Himshoot. He'll hand it off to McAllister, and he's going to slow it down, I would imagine, as the Raiders settle into a 2-3 zone. Less than 20 to play here in the first. Going to hold for the last shot. Dee Spencer, head coach of the Wildcats, barking out when to go. Denning into the corner to McAllister. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Brooks from the top of the key gets an open look. It is good. Drills it. 24-11. Your Wildcats are on top, and they have certainly come to play on both ends of the floor, knocking down threes and getting those hands up in the passing lanes. Our Wildcats are firing on all cylinders. We're going to take a 1-minute break, and we'll be right back with you on 92.3 WFKN. What's up, Coach?
Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Welcome back in, everybody, to 92.3 WFKN. I'm Cody Schuler here with you on the call tonight for your Franklin Simpson Wildcats High School basketball. Here on the hardwood, your Wildcats are heading into the start of the second quarter, leading Warren East Raiders 24-11. Doing exactly kind of what we expected them to do in this one. Your Wildcats far more experienced and, dare I say, more talented as well. Sometimes you just got to call a spade, but the Warren East Raiders are coming into this one with a team made up almost entirely of sophomores, one senior, one junior, and this Wildcat team is prepped to be a very good basketball team this season. I would argue top 3 or 4 team in the region, no doubt. Cole Scherer came out firing as he's got it on the left wing, up top to Partinger, around the right side to Brewer. Brewer's going to get past his defender and all the way to the bucket for an easy right-handed layup. Partinger picking up full court against Doyle. Here comes the Raiders. Back cross into the corner to Myers. And Reynolds, and he's going to be called for the charge. Fantastic footwork there by Scherer. Cole standing in there and taking the hard hit. He knocked down a couple threes as well as another layup. Him and Jameer Brooks stood out big time there in that first quarter. 1-3-1. Might even be a 1-2-2 the way that they've got it set is the Warren East Raiders defense. Up top to Brewer. Brewer sending it around to Brooks. Brooks shot fakes and gets all the way into the lane. Left-handed layup is good. Rolled all the way around, touched every part of that rim. Jameer Brooks has come to play tonight, the junior with a big game. Reynolds way off the mark, a brick off the back side of the backboard. And Partinger with the crossover spin move, and now he's getting all the way to the bucket, and he gets 2 to go. Partinger getting in on the scoring. 30-11. Barron gets all the way to the bucket, and it's good. Barron with, I think, 11 points already. I think 11 of the Raiders' 13 come out firing. Brooks on the right side sends it across the court to Partinger. Partinger a deep 3. off the back of the iron. Fighting for the rebound is McAllister, but Reynolds just out-jumped him on that one. Doyle pushing the issue across the middle of the court. He's going to try to get all the way to the basket, and he's going to be off the mark. Tipped out by the Wildcats, sent ahead to Partinger. Partinger's going to look to get all the way to the bucket, and he's going to send it across. The nice little nifty pass to McAllister. McAllister finishes with the up and in. Timeout on the floor. My goodness, I'm having a hard time keeping up with these Wildcats so far, and they're out here running.
Wildcats hit the field, the best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin Simpson Watch Party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
I'd like to shout out one of our girls' team players, Miss Chloe Smith. See her over there, always cheering on her teammates or classmates, whatever you'd like to call them. A Northern Alabama commitment now to play softball. I anticipate Chloe being one of the leading scorers for our girls varsity basketball team, but also one of the biggest bats in the region whenever it comes to softball. Fine young lady, and also just a delightful young lady as well. Congratulations to her and her family on that big-time commitment. Now here come the Raiders down the left side, around the wing. Send it up to the top of the key, guarded by Partinger. Partinger makes the stop over to Reynolds. He's going to send it over to Doyle. Doyle trying to get by Partinger, and he does, and he gets the lefty off the mark, but he's fouled on that attempt. Now Doyle is going to go to the line for two. First one is good. Here comes Kaysen Himshoot into the game. So for the Wildcats right now, you got Partinger, Scherer, Himshoot, Breward, and McAllister. Second one goes for Doyle. And for the Raiders, you got Isabel, Doyle, Reynolds, Robinson, and then number 3, whom I don't have a name for, unfortunately, because he's not listed on the roster, at least not online. Over to the left wing to Himshoot. Himshoot sends it down low and to Breward, and it's going to be stolen by Isabel. Isbell, his pass is tipped, and it's picked off by Partinger. Partinger looking around. He's going to dribble behind his back. He's going to pull it out and run a set play. That's one I would have loved to have seen him pushed all the way to the basket. Right wing to Breward. Back over to Partinger on the left wing, and he's going to spin into the middle of the lane. Find some. Whoa, he was dribbling. Called for a travel is Partinger. Here comes Warren East. Moving right to left. Doyle looking low, throws it away. A tipped pass, and Reynolds unable to handle it. Now, full court press, 2-2-1 for the Raiders. Let's see how well the Wildcats fight against this, and they break that no problem. Partinger just runs it up the middle. Brewer's getting all the way into the middle of the lane, and he gets the right-handed lay-in to go. Second time we've seen him do just that. Another timeout by the officials here. Another clock issue. So it's going to be a side out for Warren East. Reynolds will toss it into the backcourt to Doyle out of Imagine. Does just that. 34-15, 4.5 to play here before halftime. Around the corner. Oh, the three-point attempt is blocked by Partinger. Isabel's three-pointer slapped Unable to come away with it, though, is the Wildcats. Doyle's got it. He's going to send it in the corner to Isbell. He's going to spin baseline, send it over to the other corner. And the runner, off the mark there for Robinson. And trying to fight for the rebound was Reynolds. And he's going to foul the Wildcats, Brody McAllister, on that one. Now into the game for the Wildcats. Number 10, Hooper Stout. And here comes Barron back into the game for the Raiders. So McAllister's going to toss it into Partinger here. Now with 4 minutes to play, 34-15. Stout gets an open look from the short corner, and he nails it. Best name in basketball right there, Hooper. Cannot possibly get better than that. Barron's got it. He's going to try to get in the middle of the lane. Spins it to his left and gets the runner to go. Stout inbounds it to Partinger. Partinger's going to slow up the pace just a little bit. 36-17, 3.5 to play in the second. And the lazy pass there by Partinger. Picked off by the Raiders. Trying to get it into the middle. And Barron's going to go all the way to the bucket, and he's going to get fouled on the lay-in. And one for the Raiders. Now here comes Denning back into the game for the Wildcats. Barron having a phenomenal game so far for the Raiders. I'm going to have to check at halftime and see how many points that young man has, because he has been filling it up so far for the Raiders. They're really only offensive threat to this point. Denning brings it across half court. Navigating the offense against this 2-3 zone now for the Raiders. Over right side of McAllister, sends it over to Scher. Scher has his pass into the middle, tipped, and he comes back away with it. Can't get the fall-away jumper to go. Now here come the Raiders. Fouled by Himshoot. Called a block. Himshoot's first of the game. Here come the Raiders to the line for two now. First one off the mark. I believe that's Braden Lightfoot at the line. Gets the second one to go. And he stepped over the line. No basket. Lane violation. That's a... I didn't see it, but I wasn't necessarily looking for it either. 36-20, under 3 minutes to play before halftime. Left side to Denning. Denning into the corner to Stout. Stout across the court. A hard pass there to McAllister. McAllister back over to Stout, and he misses it. Rebounded by Scherer. Scherer misses the putback, then pulled away by McAllister. McAllister misses, gets his own rebound, and puts it back up and in. 38-20 Wildcats. Here comes Doyle across half court. Sends it out to Barron. Barron, another three. Tell you what, he's got no spin on that shot. It almost knuckleballs up there. And it's a very odd-looking shot. I mean, his form is just fine, but the way it comes out of his hand with no spin, it is an odd thing to see. McAllister pulls up off the mark. Rebounded by the Raiders. They're going to push it forward to Doyle. Doyle into the corner. Tipped again by the Wildcats. Barron comes away with it. He gets all the way to the bucket. Again. Luke Barron, my word. The sophomore having a major game. Timeout Wildcats with 1:46 to play. 38-22. Checking into this one is going to be number 34, Donovan Dudley, the sophomore. Donovan Dudley played a lot of football for your Wildcats this season. What a phenomenal talent that he was out on the football field. So the scoring has, in fact, slowed down for the Wildcats. They were at such a frenetic pace there to start this one. that it just seemed like they couldn't miss, and they were tipping every single pass. Since then, the Warren East offense has begun to click a little bit for them. And it's not due to any sets or anything like that. They're just out here playing basketball at this point. But Barron has absolutely been filling it up. They've got 22 points. I would venture to say he's probably got at least 18 of those. Over on the right side of Roby. Roby throws it away. Nobody in the middle, and he tried to hit the middle. Only problem was there was nobody there. Doyle, step back jumper, off the mark, rebounded by Roby. Roby's going to push. He's going to send it into Partinger after he pulls it up. Jab step right, goes left, into the corner to Denning. Denning's going to get the runner to go off the left side. Just over a minute to play here in the second. Wildcats lead at 18. Barron's got it. He's going to get to the middle, and he's going to get his shot. Oh, blocked, but the foul is called. Foul's going to be on Denning, his first. McAllister set to come back in. Luke Barron will shoot 2 for the Raiders at the charity stripe. Under a minute to play, 58.2 on the clock. Off the front of the rim that time on the first attempt. McAllister comes back into the game. Jontavius Atkins into the game for the Raiders. Barron's second free throw off the mark as well. Rebounded by Roby. Over to Partinger, and he's going to bring it across. 2-3 zone yet again for the Raiders. Play call apparently is overload. Set up 5 out. Over to the left wing to Roby, into the corner to McAllister. He's got a wide open look, and he nails it. 30 seconds to play, 43-22. Wildcats lead now at 21. Doyle over the right side, into the corner to Barron. Barron jab steps right, gets fouled on the drive to the bucket, and they are going to call that a continuation. He's going to get 2 free throws. I thought that foul came before that, but he's going to make it to the line yet again. 21 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Caden Brewer gets set to enter the game. And he drills the first attempt after missing the last 2 he was there. And here comes Jameer Brooks as well for the Wildcats as Roby and Dudley come out of the game. Back with the starters into the game to finish this second quarter out for the Wildcats. As Barron gets that one to fall as well. Brewer sends it into Partinger. They're picking up full court press this time. Where the Raiders? He sends everybody down the floor. 10 seconds. Partinger doing a lot of dribbling, looking for somebody to get open as they're running a little bit of run and jump defense. 3 seconds. Brewer sends it over to Scherer. Scherer, the 3 is good. Cole Scherer at the buzzer, knocks it in, splashes the 3. What a phenomenal first half from the senior Cole Scherer, and your Wildcats go into halftime with a 46-24 lead, 22-point lead at the break. Wow, what a phenomenal first half from your Wildcats, and just putting an absolute beat down on the Warren East Raiders at this point. Well, it's been a fun one. I'm going to see if I can't get some home team stats and see what all we got going on from a box score line. And we're going to take us a nice little, let's take a 4-minute break, and we'll be right back with you on 92.3 WFKN.
Shotgun snap, he's blitzed, throws a jump ball into the end zone. Groves, he caught it! Signal a touchdown! The handoff to Anderson. They want the out route. It's a double move. It's sold well. Groves catches it 15-10-5. Touchdown. Fake the out. Went down.
It's halftime on Franklin Simpson Channel 9. Halftime is sponsored by Grease Monkey of Franklin, as well as Franklin EPB Fiber.
In Franklin, we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
When the Wildcats hit the field, the best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin Simpson Watch Party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
Accidents happen in a split second, but the repair doesn't have to be a headache. At Eaton Collision in Franklin, we bring your car back to life with expert repairs and a flawless finish. We'll work directly with your insurance company to make the process quick, easy, and hassle-free for you. From dents to major damage, trust Eaton Collision to get you back on the road fast.
Ready to see the world without the stress of planning? At Picture This Travel, we specialize in creating unforgettable travel experiences, tailored just for you. And now we're excited to launch Franklin Simpson Alumni Travel. Imagine exploring incredible destinations across the globe, side by side with fellow FSHS graduates. Travel together, make new memories, and celebrate the Wildcat spirit worldwide. For more information, follow me, Julie Walters with Picture This Travel on Facebook.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank, is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.
Chloe Smith, I know she just signed with Northern Alabama to play softball. I know you couldn't be more proud of her for that.
Man.
I know you guys got a special relationship.
Yeah, we've been stoked, man. You know, kids like Chloe prove that you can do both. You know, that her love has always been softball, and it's always going to be, and that's always what she wanted to do at the next level, is play softball. And we knew that, and we were in total support of that. Couldn't be happier for her, but she loves the game of basketball too. And so for her to be doing it all these 4 years in high school and to have the career here that she did while being that multi-sport athlete, I think it's a testament to young girls looking up to her.
For sure.
Like, hey, I can do that too. You know, and we use her a lot when we're talking to our young kids about it. Like, you can do both. I think she's going to have a great senior season. You know, it's a new role for her.
Yeah.
She's always kind of been the shadow behind somebody else. She's always played well.
Yes.
You know, but she's always had somebody in front of this plate. You know, she's kind of always been behind somebody. So her role is a lot different. And it's a new experience for her. You know, she struggled with it some on Friday night at moments.
Yeah.
And so that experience for her in it, you know, like people are going to have to be patient with our team.
For sure.
And me as a coach, you know, I'm learning to be patient with it too. That we're going to take some knocks, we're going to take some lumps, we're going to have to grow through this together. It's not about November, not about December right now.
Right.
You know, we got to look ahead and what are we building and learning on. So Chloe, you know, she had 15 and 9 the other night, and I didn't even think she played great.
Yeah.
You know, I wish that when I was in high school I could say I didn't play great and I had 15 and 9. I never got to say that.
Same.
I never got to say that, you know. And so, you know, it's just a different experience for the team, you know, but what I love is how they approach it every day.
Yeah.
Man, they come back ready to work. What do we got to do, Coach? What do we need to do now? What do we do now? They're hungry for it, but they also know that they got to give themselves that grace to grow.
Yeah. You know, you said some major words of wisdom right there. It's not about November and December. It's about what happens after that. And so, I mean, this perspective is so important with these young kids. And so I know that they've got a great one in what you've done with them over these last several years that you've been coaching them here. And you mentioned about her being behind one, and so I'm going to talk about her just for a second. I mean, we have to talk about Larisha.
We do.
So I watched a game of hers when they played against the MTSU.
Yep.
And see, where I'm such a Western guy, WKU guy, that means we hate MTSU.
Okay.
And so whenever I caught like a lot of that game and getting to see Larisha, put the final nail in the coffin there at the free throw line for Tech to win that. I mean, I was so stoked for Larisha and her family because that was a huge deal. That was a huge win with MTSU winning multiple conference championships and things of that nature down there in Murfreesboro. And kind of, I feel like, introduced college basketball to Larisha Cawthorn.
Did, and that was the week she won OVC Player of the Week, wasn't it? Yeah. You know, man, she's having she loves it. And we knew that where she was going, she went to the right place.
Yes.
We knew Tech was where she needed to go. She's found her home there. Her coaches love her. She's doing exactly what she needs to do to play. You know, it's been fun for me to see her have to grow because, you know, at Tech, she's starting at the 5.
Yeah.
You know, for us, she always played the 4.
Uh-huh.
And so that just shows, you know, the next level. She does the intangibles that go to the next level. She rebounds the ball. She's learning to defend on that level. You know, the offense is up and down, and that's part of being a freshman.
Yeah.
You know, that's part of being a freshman.
Yeah.
But she's loving it. Every time I talk to her, she's stoked. She's always hanging out with her teammates. You know, we catch up about once or twice a week.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
We're
I love
happy.
that.
We miss her, but we're glad that she's doing well.
I love that. I reconnected with my high school basketball coach. I bet that you know him. He actually runs the Grec Center here in Bart Fleener.
I do. He refs. He's a ref for us, so we talk to him quite often. I see him at middle school games a lot.
Yeah, Bart Fleener was my high school basketball coach.
I did not know that.
A phenomenal person, and so I got to reconnect with him this year, actually. It's my 20-year high school reunion to age myself this year. So it was fun to, we're pushing that 40 mark. I know, right?
I'm a few years behind you.
We'll hold on to them is all I got to say. But my 30s have been my favorite years. I got to say that.
There you go.
But the thing about that is I love that you keep in contact with her. I know that she's going to love that and appreciate that. She'll probably tell her family about that as she gets older. So kudos to you for doing that. Played such a tremendous part of our community and meant so much to this school system and this Franklin Simpson High School in general. So thank you for everything you're doing. It does not go unnoticed or unseen. And for me as an announcer, thank you for doing all you do. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Appreciate your time. We're getting ready to get started back here in about 10 seconds. Head coach of the Lady Cats, Ashley Taylor. Appreciate you joining us. I'm going to take her microphone here and turn that all the way down. One more time, head coach Ashley Taylor joining us, getting us through that halftime here at Franklin Simpson High School. Your Wildcats are going to be on defense, and they're going to move right to left on offense on your radio dials. Oh, pardon me. Sorry about that. Wildcats leading this one 46-24. against Warrenese Raiders. They're going to inbound it into the backcourt. Start out in man-to-man defense. And just like we expected them to do, start out swiping at the ball. Isbell misses the runner, rebounded by Scher. Scher is going to push it up the court on his right side on his own over to Brooks. Brooks thought about taking the three, drives baseline off the mark. Back out up top to McAllister. McAllister going to run the offense. Looking for someone. Brewer comes out and gets it. A little to the left, back over to McAllister. They're trying to figure out how to get this offense started. Back to Brewer now. Now here comes Scherer off of a screen. He's looking into the middle, and he's going to hand off to Partinger. Partiger's going to drive left. Pull-up jumper from the elbow off the mark, rebounded by Isbell. Now Doyle's got it, pushing across, picked off by Brooks. Brooks is going to pass it into the middle. Oh, and it is off the mark to Partinger, and it's going to be out of bounds. Waited just a little bit too long. Took about too many extra dribbles there. Needed to get it out sooner than that, but it was a beautiful play on defense there for Brooks. Doyle just getting nothing and nowhere against Partinger on defense. Now Barron, who had 20 first half points, comes out and drills a deep three. That is 23 in the game for Barron. Wow, he has 23 of their 27 points. 46-27. Now the ball poked out of bounds, going to remain with the Wildcats. Referees are having a meeting about it. Just think they want to confirm that call. Rebounding, or inbounding now, it's going to be McAllister. Looking for somebody. 5 seconds. Wow, that was a quick 5. But 5 seconds nonetheless. So 6:25 to play here in the third. 19-point lead for the Wildcats. Slow start here. Over the left side, Barron, he's getting to the bucket, and he is fouled trying to get there. That foul is going to go against McAllister. That's his second. And here comes Barron trying to add to his 23-point total. 6:14 to play here in the third. First attempt is off the back of the iron, no good. Now what I love about this is Luke Barron is listed as a power forward for the Raiders. Now, there's nothing power forward about Luke Barron whatsoever here. He gets the second one to go. 24 for Luke Barron. I'm going to keep a running total on that because the kid is filling it up. I mean, even though he's not a Wildcat, that's a big-time game for him. Into the corner to Scher. Scher dribbles middle, and the jumper is off the mark, but he is fouled there by Braden Lightfoot. Now Scher's going to go to the line, shoot 2 shots, but right at 6 minutes to play. First one is up and good. Now Denning is going to make his way into the game here at one point. Head coach D. Spencer wanted to hold him back until he sees what happens with this one. Scher gets the second one to drop, and here comes Denning in the game for Brewer. Brewer's going to go right back to the scores table. 1-2-2 zone, full court press for the Wildcats. Oh, and tipped out of bounds by McAllister. Good hands there by McAllister. And Brewer's coming right back in the game now for Denning. So a quick outing for Denning. In and out. We see that from time to time out of this Wildcat bench. Picked up full court again is Partinger. Doyle sends it over to Barron. Barron fouled by Scherer. Now Scherer had 11 first half points. McAllister had 11 first half. Partinger, a little bit off the mark from what we're accustomed to seeing him. Had 6 first half points. And Jameer Brooks, the other starter, with 7 first half points. Reynolds has got it. Dribbles in, sends it out to Barron. Barron gets trapped, picked off by Brooks. Brooks is going to look to the poster on Cooper. Doyle slams it down. Rocks the rim, does Jameer Brooks. Into the lane, the shot is blocked. Brewer. McAllister pushes up the floor, finds Partinger. Partinger is going to dribble it out and try to look for someone out up top to Brooks, and Coach Spencer wisely tells him to slow it down. Sends it in the corner to McAllister. McAllister drives baseline. And Isabel is going to take the charge there. It's going to be the 3rd on McAllister. Now here comes Denning back into the game again. He's going to come in, looks like now for McAllister with his 3rd foul there. Denning going to go to the back of this 1-3-1 zone. Now across to Reynolds. Does Doyle throw it? Now they're going to try. Reynolds is going to try to get into the lane, and he's going to draw a blocking foul by Brewer. I think that's Brewer's 2nd of the game. Just under 5 minutes play here in the 3rd. Your Wildcats leading at 50-28, so a 22-point lead. Sticking in this compressed 2-3 zone right now. Isabel's going to drive to the basket. He's going to take a little bit of a bump by Brewer and send it up and in. Somebody other than Luke Barron has scored the basketball for the Raiders. Around the left side to Brewer, down into the corner to Denning. Denning sends it out up top to Jameer Brooks. Brooks probes and then pulls it back out. Over to Denning. Denning dribbling around to the right side, looking over to Partinger now. He's going to try to get into the middle, and he is going to be off the mark with a lay-in, but fouled. Ja'Kai Partinger is going to head to the line for 2 shots. That foul there was on Myatt Reynolds. It's going to be his 3rd, team's 2nd here of the 3rd quarter. Partinger, first free throw attempt is up and good. And here comes Warner Combs for the Raiders. Checking in for Xavier Isabel. Nope, Myatt Reynolds actually. Partinger lining up his 2nd free throw now with 4:26 to play. Up and good. Isabel's going to send it into Cooper Doyle. Doyle increasingly worried about Partinger rather than just getting it across the floor. Now he's going to be trapped by Partinger and Scherer and sends it into the corner. Now it's going to be picked off, a pass into the lane. Running ahead are the Wildcats. Oh, and Scherer misses the dunk. Tried to line it up a little bit better on the run and just off the mark. And now Isabel misses the layup attempt. Good defense there by Brewer. Jameer Brooks probing into the lane, sends it out to Partinger. Partinger with a crossover into the lane, pull-up jumper off the front of the iron. Over to Isabel. Isabel been much more aggressive this half. Doyle looking for anyone open. Wildcats defense was stifling there. Over to Combs. Combs with the 3 off the mark, rebounded by Brooks. Brooks is going to bring it across half court now. Over to Partinger on the left wing. He's got room. Gets into the lane. The right-handed runner is good. Timeout Raiders. Him shooting Roby will check into the game. We're going to take a 30-second timeout ourselves right here on 92.3 WFKN.
Wildcats hit the field, the best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin Simpson Watch Party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
Welcome back in, everybody, to 92.3 WFKN. My name's Cody Schuler. I was with you all throughout the football season. A few times last season during basketball. I'm your full-time guy now with basketball. Been with WFKN for a few years now, covering baseball and softball full-time. Looking forward to seeing what these Wildcats do, as well as your Lady Cats, for the rest of this season. Don't know who we're going to call yet for your Pelican Snowball Player of the Game, but so far this has been a rout, 54-30, as Doyle's three-point attempt is off for the Raiders, rebounded by Partinger. Partinger looking for space. Sends it out up top to Denning. Denning's pass is tipped out of bounds. Going to be a side out for the Wildcats. 2:49 to play here, 24-point lead in the third. Into Partinger. Looking for room. Stops. Oh, he thought about taking the three. He had the space, that's for certain. Denning looking for anybody to fill that lane. Back to Partinger. Partinger sends it down low to Denning. Denning's lay-in is good. Denning bid on the shot attempt by Bear. A couple of highlight dunks so far in this one by Jameer Brooks. Nearly put Cooper Doyle on a poster earlier in this quarter. Reynolds with the rebound, sends it ahead. Oh, and they get all the way up and get a decent look at it by Barron. But that final three off the mark. So Franklin Simpson's going to start the fourth quarter with an 18-point lead, 56-38. We're going to take us a 1-minute break ourselves, and we'll be right back to you on 92.3 WFKN.
So as far as preventative maintenance, to keep outages at a minimum, one thing that we do is pole inspections. So we'll drive across the system, we'll dig out around the bottoms of the pole, see if there's anything rotten. We'll check the pole's integrity in general. So as you can see now, we're changing out some wire on some poles that we have recently changed out. As they age, they start to crack or rot at the bottom, so we try to stay ahead of those types of outages. Probably the neatest part of working here. So working in the community that I live in and grew up in, there's a lot of satisfaction that comes from that. You know, if there is an outage, there's a good chance that you're restoring power, maybe to a family member, a friend, your preacher, something like that. So just being able to help and serve the people that you know, that's a good feeling.
Welcome back in, everybody, to 92.3 WFKN. My name's Cody Schuler. Thank you for joining us here on a wonderful Monday night edition of some Franklin Simpson High School basketball. Some hardwood out here after football season's been over now for quite some time. I'm ready for it. I'm a basketball guy through and through, and your Wildcats are absolutely routing right now the Warren East Raiders. Raiders, a young team, as Scherer misses a short corner jumper off the mark. And the Raiders have got it running the other way and back tapped by McAllister. McAllister, tell you what, that's one that you want to see on tape right there if you're a head coach. And that is the hustle of Brody McAllister to run that one down and back tap it and keep the missed layup. Oh, and Barron steps out of bounds for the Raiders. Gonna be another turnover to the Wildcats. So your Wildcats leading this one with 7:45 to play here in the fourth quarter, 56-38 as Partinger brings it across half court. Over to the right side of McAllister. Looking middle to Brooks. Brooks fakes the pass out to the corner wide open to Partinger. Partinger, oh, off the mark again. I tell you what, Partinger has not been able to buy a bucket at times throughout this game. And McAllister picks one off. He sends it ahead to Partinger. Partinger's going to get way up and dunks this one for a two-handed slam. He wasn't missing that one. Got up good, feeling it. Got all the way up in that one. Around the top of the key to the Raiders. Oh, Brooks nearly had another pick. Doyle sends it over to Barron. Barron gets into the lane just a little bit all on Reynolds. Gets it to go, does Jameer Brooks. Jameer Brooks with so much talent. He looks so young, and yet he's probably a good 6'3", 6'4". Gets the and one free throw to go. Reynolds into Doyle. Reynolds going to bring it across now. Barron over on the left wing, looking for help. He's trapped in. It's going to be a full timeout now by the Raiders. 6:41 to go, 61-38 game. The lead goes back to lead goes back to 23. So your Wildcats are certainly still running things right now with the starters. We've seen a whole lot of subs throughout the game, and our bench has been able to maintain these leads. It's been a good thing to see for our bench players to get some extra playing time the way that they have and be able to maintain this lead. It has continued to hang around that 20-point mark. It's been down to 18, been as high, I think, as 24. But after the very fast start by the Wildcats, it's been a clinic, quite honestly, by this Wildcat team, especially on the defensive end. They've had hands in the passing lanes all night long and have had no problems beating this 2-3 zone. But as we said to lead off the broadcast, they want to push physicality and they want to push pace and speed up other teams in any way that they can to fight for the rebound now. Oh, and it's thrown off the head of Xavier Isabel. Heads up play there, pun intended, by Cole Scher. Jameer Brooks is going to bring it across half court now. Sent it into McAllister. McAllister throws the behind the back pass. Picked off by Isabel, but Isabel travels with it that time, trying to take off the other end. Just a little bit too fancy by McAllister on that pass attempt. One thing I enjoy about watching Broden McAllister is that kid is having a good time. Throws it into Partinger. Partinger misses the shot attempt, picked up by Cole Scher. Scher picks it up and puts it back in. 63-38, 25-point lead now. Doyle over to the left wing to Barron, back out top to Isabel. Probin over the right wing, the runner off the mark. Partinger's going to push ahead to Brooks, and he is fouled before he can get into his shooting motion. They're going to call that one on the floor, I believe. He was going to went for a Euro step and get to the bucket. Now here comes Combs again for the Raiders. McAllister to inbound. Sends it down low to Partinger. Partinger gets it up and in. 5:40 to play here in the fourth. Here comes Donovan Dudley set to check back in. And that's the kind of foul that you don't want if you're head coach D. Spencer. I know that one's going to drive him crazy. By Brooks. And it does just do that. Owen Lockley checks in. He says, you wanted to come out, I guess. That's such a coach speak thing right there. Doyle sends it over to Barron on the right side. Barron driving, trying just desperately to get into the lane, trying to find some room. Now Doyle bangs his second three of the game. Denning goes to check back in. 65-41 with just over 5 to play here. And now Lockley, he gets it, and he gets fouled hard, sent down to the ground. Went up strong, though. Good work there by the freshman. Lockley getting some valuable varsity minutes here. It's one thing that I love to see that this staff does continuously, and that is getting these younger guys minutes when they can. That's so important for their experience and their confidence. First one off the front of the rim. Then he's going to check in for Partinger. So a 5:14 to play. McAllister and Brewer into the game. The only starters in for your Wildcats, being a 24-point lead. McAllister fighting for the rebound, falling out of bounds. He tried to throw it off of Reynolds and could not do so. Lockley picks it up, and he is fouled trying to get to the bucket. Going to be out of bounds at the baseline for the Wildcats. I apologize to number 3 for the Raiders. I've tried to get his name all night long, and I can't understand whenever it's said. Now Lockley drop step layup. It is in and good. And the score is Raiders 41 and 6-7 for the Wildcats. The pull-up 3 is good. 44-67, 23-point lead. And all the fans going crazy with the 6-7 score for the Wildcats. Denning, open shot off the front of the rim. He felt good about it. He was fading the other direction. It looked good coming out of his hand, too. Doyle crossing over, getting into the lane. Going to toss one up against Brewer off the mark. Now here comes Denning. He's going to throw it ahead to McAllister. Who else? And McAllister gets the runner to go in. He had to really track that one down. Combs over to Doyle. Doyle into the corner. Barron. Nope. That's another Warren East Raider that we've seen. Now Brody McAllister gets all the way to the bucket and one. It is good. No. We call that an offensive foul? Really? The dude was going up for a shot. Brody McAllister letting him hear about it too, coming off the court. I love it. He's having so much fun. And that right there is what I love so much about high school athletics. These kids are enjoying themselves. I mean, that was, he was getting to the bucket regardless. Whoa, Barron runs into a brick wall and Donovan Dudley. Donovan Dudley knows it too. He's trying so hard not to smile right there. And he's just going to have to shake it off. He knows it too. Barron, much slight in size compared to Donovan Dudley. But most high school players that aren't offensive linemen are, in fact, slighter in size than Donovan Dudley. Trying to look middle in this 2-3 zone. Wildcat subs all the way around now. Hooper Stout off the mark. Cooper's going to push it. Lockley on defense now. Stout out front. Deep 3 by Combs. Off the mark. Tipped out by Denning. And rebounded by now into the game, Nash Forshee. That's my neighbor out there, man. Forshee pulls up from deep. Off the mark. That's going to be a foul underneath on Dudley. Coach Spencer still doing all of the possible coaching he can be doing, getting these young guys some good varsity minutes right now. Whoa, kicked out of bounds there by Donovan Dudley. An even 3 minutes to play, 69-44 lead for the Wildcats. Wildcats just smiles all around. Raiders swinging it around the horn. Reynolds out to Combs. Deep 3 at the top of the key. Off the mark for the Raiders. Forshee's going to push now. Forshee looking for somebody to be cutting middle, and nobody's going. He's going to send it out top to Denning now. He's going to slow it down, try to run the offense. Crossover, handoff to Forshee. He's going to be looking for Stout, send him on through. Now here comes Lockley. He's got it. 2 steps into the middle. Oh, the runner is off the mark, but he's going to get his own rebound. Try to put it back up and in, and it's good. Lockley scores yet again. Strong move to the basket there by Owen Lockley. Doyle unable to get there. Deep three there. Splashed by Mayan Reynolds. Now in for the Wildcats. It's going to be number 20, the freshman Easton Lewis. Lewis, I have seen play some JV minutes, and let me tell you, that young man is unafraid. Less than 2 minutes to play now, and 71-47 lead for the Wildcats, sitting at 24. Hooper Stout looking for help. Easton Lewis set to take the inbounds pass. Forshey. Forshey's got it. He's going to push it up the right side, pushing hard and fast. He's going to get all the way to the bucket. The left hand underneath does not go, but he's fouled. Tell you what, knowing that this young man is taking free throws right now on a varsity level as the first one goes will certainly make me feel like a much older man, because I knew this young man when he started kindergarten. Second one, good to go as well for the lefty. So we've got subs all around now between the Raiders as well as the Wildcats. Final 1:45 to play. The Raiders get the pass in deep to go. And running a full court press. Timeout by the Wildcats. Head coach D. Spencer coaching hard, telling them, show some space. Got to run off the screens. Why are you not using the screens? Kind of seeing what he's seeing. But like we said, valuable experience, valuable minutes for these young players getting some varsity minutes. So 1:37 to play after the 30-second timeout by the Wildcats, 73-49 now. Hooper Stout to inbound. Inbounded now into number 20, Easton Lewis. Lewis sends it back to Stout across half court to Nash Forshey. Forshey tries to throw it down low to Donovan Dudley, and it's picked off by the Raiders. Raiders are going to push now up the middle. Over to the right side. Corner three, off the mark. Lewis had the rebound ripped from him. Going to be out of bounds. Turnover on the Raiders. 1:14 to play. Inbounding is Forshey from a side out. Lewis takes it. And here comes some run and jump man-to-man offense. Over to Forshey on the right side. He's going to get it across half court. Throw it deep into the corner to Lockley. Lockley shot fake. Sends it up and in. Owen Lockley with some late game scoring here, taking every advantage of his opportunity. Deep three by the Raiders, off the mark, rebounded, sent back out. Driving and fouled. Number 23, Cohen Scott. The sophomore is going to head to the line for the Raiders. Shooting two, 47 seconds to play. 26-point lead for the Wildcats. Coach Spencer still coaching as hard as possible, even with a 26-point lead. Wow. Scott's free throw touched every single millimeter of that rim and rolls in. Nash Forshey tried to retreat deep into that one. Scott's second attempt goes as well. 24-point lead, 47 seconds to play into Forshey. Over to Stout, up the middle to Lockley. Over the right side to Lewis. Lewis, a wide open three. That is beautiful passing right there. Rebounded by Dudley. Dudley gets it up and in. 77-51. That was beautiful basketball right there by your subs. I mean, by your JV kids right there. That was beautiful press break basketball. Exactly what you want. And it looks like the Raiders are just going to try to dribble this one out. 15 seconds to play. 10 seconds. They're going to try to run something here. Get a shot up. Deep three off the left wing. Splash. It's good. Going to make this one a 77-54 win for the Wildcats. What a ball game. Your Wildcats win this one 77-54. It wasn't much of a game at all, quite frankly, at any point in time. But you know what? That's just the way it goes sometimes. That's the way the ball bounces, as they say. So Wildcats extend their record to 3-1 against the very young, predominantly sophomore-led Warren East Raider team. Warren East, you can see that they've got some talent, some growing that they can do, but that's okay. Head coach Dee Spencer, I'm sure, is probably going to have a word with his team and then come over here to join us for a post-game interview. I'm going to ask him who he thinks his Franklin Simpson Pelican Snowball Player of the Game ought to be. But you know what? I certainly love Jameer Brooks here tonight. I thought that he was absolutely killing it here tonight. Waiting on Coach whenever he gets a moment. But I tell you what, we're going to take us let's take us a 3-minute break. And
we keep things moving. From the work trucks to the family vans, we all need a pit stop now and then. At Grease Monkey of Franklin, we make oil changes fast, friendly, and reliable for personal vehicles and entire fleets. Whether you are headed out on a road trip or making deliveries across the county, our certified technicians will keep your engine running clean and strong. We treat every car like it's our own. Our goal is simple: get you in, out, and back on the road with confidence. Fleet service? No problem. We work with local businesses to keep their teams moving without the downtime. And right now, mention FS Channel 9 and get 9% off your full synthetic oil change. Grease Monkey Franklin, home time service that is done right, done fast, and built for the road ahead. Visit us at Grease Monkey across from Walmart and Nashville Road, Franklin, Kentucky.
Well, we're right here. We're in town. If somebody has an issue, we're there either that day or the very next day. So we're able to get to it quick and fix whatever issues anybody has.
Better speeds. I feel like it's a lot more reliable. With other services, you might get interference during like the weather or something, and you might lose service and have to wait for it to dry out again or something like that. But with fiber, you won't ever have that issue just because it is glass, so you can't really, weather's not really going to affect it much unless like a tree tears it down or something. We provide the city and the county, so within city limits, and then most areas that Warren provides electric service to out in the county.
When the Wildcats hit the field, the best seat in the house isn't the stadium. Rack House Restaurant and Bar is your official Franklin Simpson Watch Party headquarters. Every game, all season long. Bring your crew and grab your favorites from our made-from-scratch menu and catch every touchdown, basket, home run on multiple screens. Rack House Restaurant and Bar in Franklin, Kentucky, where Wildcat Nation gathers. See you at the game, right here.
Accidents happen in a split second, but the repair doesn't have to be a headache. At Eaton Collision in Franklin, we bring your car back to life with expert repairs and a flawless finish. We'll work directly with your insurance company to make the process quick, easy, and hassle-free for you. From dents to major damage, trust Eaton Collision to get you back on the road fast.
Ready to see the world without the stress of planning? At Picture This Travel, we specialize in creating unforgettable travel experiences, tailored just for you. And now we're excited to launch Franklin Simpson Alumni Travel. Imagine exploring incredible destinations across the globe, side by side with fellow FSHS graduates. travel together, make new memories, and celebrate the Wildcat spirit worldwide. For more information, follow me, Julie Walters with Picture This Travel on Facebook.
We've been with Franklin Bank since '92 because we trust it.
Franklin was a great fit to help build a team and a culture that just kind of resonated with both of us.
They took a chance on us.
It's not a banking relationship, it's a personal relationship.
That's the most important thing to me about doing business with a bank is to have trust and faith in the people you're dealing with. And the people at Franklin Bank do every bit that needs to be done to give me that feeling.